As the end of the decade nears, a culture of fear has permeated all corners of the country. The regime now controls even the most basic aspects of daily life.
기본적인 틀은 8시간 노동, 8시간 학습, 8시간 숙면. 매일 주입식 공부를 하루에 2시간씩 무조건 모여 앉아서 해야 돼요. 북한 엘리트 계층은. 그래야 수령이 사상대로 발언하고 글을 쓸 수 있다는 거예요. 이거는 김일성이가 딱 규정해 준 거예요.
The government even dictates how much each person eats, rationing consumption through its food distribution policy.
어른은 700g 하루에, 뭐 학생은 600g, 그 밑에 학생은 500g, 또 집에서 노는 노인은 300g, 양식 300g. 그래서 항상 배고프다 할 정도로 배급을 줘야 된다는 거예요. 그래서 인민들을 배불리 먹여놓으면 혁명할 생각을 안 한다는 거예요. 이거는 법이에요.
Kim's indoctrination of his people reaches its pinnacle in mass rallies where they honor him as their supreme leader.
The extent of the cult of personality is something like we've never seen before. It borders on fanaticism. It's complete socialization of everybody. Every single person in this regime is indoctrinated.
Indoctrination and fear help explain why ordinary Koreans support the regime. But there are other forces at work, including history. For the past 600 years, North Koreans have never known real political freedom. They were either ruled by absolute Korean monarchs or the Japanese emperor.
우리 북한 지역은요, 자유민주주의 공기를 한 초도 맡아보지 못한 지역이에요. 자유란 공기도 맡아본 사람이 자유의 가치를 아는 거예요.
Kim also exploits an intrinsic value of traditional Korean society.
He tapped into a very Korean trait, which is conformism, understanding where your place in society is and trying not to stray outside that place that's dictated for you. So Koreans don't want to go outside the group. They want to do what the group is doing.
By the early 1970s, Kim's cult of personality in North Korea is unshakable. In 25 years, he's gone from Soviet puppet to unassailable leader. But Kim's still haunted by one question. How can he ensure his regime continues after his death?
Kim knows he's not going to live forever. He saw what happened in the Soviet Union after Stalin died. Confusion in the political leadership took the country in what Kim thought was the wrong direction. And he didn't want to have that happen in North Korea.
He settles on a rare and unconventional plan for a communist dictator approaching the end of his rule.
He looked to his family. After all, who do you trust more than the people within your own immediate family?
Kim believes succession is the only way to guarantee his regime's survival when he's gone, even though it's never been attempted in the communist world before. He turns to his eldest son, 33-year-old Kim Jong-il, who's been serving as head of the regime's propaganda and agitation department.
Kim Il-sung really grooms his son to be successor. He places him in increasingly important positions within the party structure.
One of the key projects that Kim Jong-il develops is venerating his father, turning his father into the God figure.
It's all part of Kim Il-sung's succession plan, To implement it, he deifies himself and his son, and in the process raises his cult of personality to an entirely new level.
The Kim regime was able to create a complete religion and myth around the leadership, that they were divine. And the myth started from the way that they portrayed Kim's childhood, that he was this idyllic character. And as he grew up, that he single-handedly defeated the Japanese.
Kim's son, Kim Jong-il, is venerated as well. He was born in a Siberian village during World War II. But state propaganda says the birth occurred on a mystical mountain, Mount Paektu.
All Koreans think of that place as the birth of the Korean people. And so to say that you are descended from Mount Paektu means that you've got like a godlike right to rule.
During the 1970s, along with countless pieces of art and films glorifying Kim and his family, 34,000 monuments are erected in their names. They are now considered gods in North Korea.
Kim is satisfied, his succession is in place, and he can kind of step back. From that point onward, Kim Jong-il is really doing a lot of the day-to-day governing of the country.
In the 1980s, with his son basically running the government, Kim Il-sung attends to his own needs. By some estimates, Kim caused more than 200,000 deaths in his gulags, but he's obsessed with prolonging his own life to 120. To do it, Kim has set up the Longevity Research Institute. Its only mission is to keep him alive.
They used to gather men that were of the same height and weight and age as Kim Il-sung, try medical treatments on them. 15 North Koreans were fitted with pacemakers to make sure the pacemakers were going to work when they went to install the pacemaker on Kim Il-sung.
Kim orders his doctors to give him dozens of blood transfusions from healthy young men. He spends hours around young children, hoping to absorb some of their energy. Handlers polish his rice grains so he doesn't get a bad one. But not even Kim can cheat death. On July 8, 1994, Kim Il-sung dies of a heart attack at 82.
Some people said, I felt sadder at his death than I did my own father's death. So it shows you how deeply entrenched that sense of loyalty was to Kim Il-sung.
But there are other reasons for the people's tears.
They needed to show that they were in genuine mourning. And if they didn't prove to the regime that they were in mourning enough, they could be arrested, they could be tortured, they could be killed.
Around the world, political experts watch and wait, suspecting Kim's regime will crumble without him. It teeters, but survives. The strength of the dictatorship Kim forged passes another test in 2011, when it survives the death of Kim Jong-il. Once again, power is successfully transferred from father to son. Today, under Kim Jong-un, the regime has fortified itself through the emulation of its founder.
Kim Jong-un's a clone of Kim Il-sung. His haircut is a classic late 1940s Kim Il-sung. They've fattened him up so that he looks big, just like his grandfather.
Kim Il-sung's cult of personality has never gone away. His presence is everywhere.
There are songs, there are anthems, there are books, there are stories, there are statues, there are posters everywhere. You cannot escape it.
In the end, Kim Il-sung did something no other communist dictator of the 20th century could pull off. He created a dynasty.
By passing on leadership of his country to his son, he engineered this hereditary succession. We had never seen anything like that in the communist world.
Ironically, after struggling to free his people from the abuses of Japanese rule, Kim Il-sung created a system that brought more suffering to his people.
또 그 과정에서 많은 또 인명 피해가 발생을 했고.
Today, North Korea is a nuclear state. Despite ongoing talks, it has not yet given up its weapons.
The ramifications are far more terrifying than they were under Kim Il-sung. North Korea now has the capability to obliterate the region, frankly, with these nuclear weapons.
Kim Il-sung's dynasty has outlasted 12 U.S. presidents and entered its 8th decade. But the question remains, how long will his creation, the world's most controlled and isolated society, last?
I think this regime can last for quite some time to come. We can't dismiss the possibility they could fall, but I don't think we should ever underestimate how resilient and long-lasting this regime has been and can be in the future.